Good afternoon, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Good morning and good evening. Let's start with that one. How was your day? How's it going? Mine's is a little off balance, but I had to sit back, relax, and think. Had to really sit back, relax, and recollect for a second and think about the wave that I was on. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope you're not riding too many waves today because these waves are roller coasters and these roller coasters sometimes are not needed. So hope everyone's having a really blessed day. Stay focused and just put love first. Keep love keep love like in your mind, keep love in your heart because love is really going to help you get through this wave that you might be on. So if you are on a wave, a roller coaster, a ride that you don't know when it's going to end, I'm really saying to you, just put love in your mind and your heart, and it'll help you navigate through it. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Because, excuse me, I had to do that, And with that, when I say love, I'm talking about like love is like the highest level. So it's like when I say love, it's like I really had to take it to the next level of my situation, my wave, and make it right. So I just want y'all to understand if you're riding a wave, if you're dealing with something, if you're dealing with a situation, just put love first and stay focused. The topic of today is a very deep, touchy topic because it is a topic that actually is a focus of love. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people, like my man Karis, want to say, "Love gonna get you, gonna get you, love gonna get you." Some people love their cars and they love their house. They love their dogs, their cats, their animals, their girls, their wives. They love their children. They love their job. But what they must learn to love is the higher being that created them, that allows them to breathe and go from there. And once we can manifest that, then we can understand what I'm about to really talk about because love is going to get you, folks. It's going to get you, it's going to hurt you, it's going to affect you. And the longer it affects you, is going to harm your system, your bodily system. And if you feel to harm your body system, then it's going to alter your mind, it's going to alter your, it's going to make you real rational. So it's important for you to really truly understand what I'm saying right now. What I'm gonna talk about a topic that I believe that really needs to be talked about. It's a topic that is really damaging to many folks. It's a topic of this movement is a wave. It's not even a movement that's really just created by women, but it's a movement that's created by a system. It's a designed system. It's this feminist wave, and to really have a feminist wave, you must have a structure. You must have a plan to really make this wave work. And then you must get folks to really follow it. And I'm not just talking about like I said, it's a feminist movement. So I'm not talking about just women. I'm talking about once you can get the men to support the feminist movement, that's the way you conquer men. And that's what's happening right now. So many of our men are being jailed, locked up, killed, snatched off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Leaving our women with the burdens of life, dealing with all forms of situations. And if they had children, dealing with the children. Now, do you say that's a burden? Well, it's a blessing, and at the same time, it's a bill. So, is it a burden? Is it a burden? It's a blessing, but it's also a bill. And this bill is really a bill that really is damaging. So What happens is when you have damage and bills and you don't have support, it changes, and then your mind and your whole system has already been altered and changed. Your thinking becomes real irrational, where now you believe that it is all up to you to make things happen. Yes, that is a reality, but it's not the reality that we're supposed to be. And that's what I'm talking about. And it's the feminist movement. The reality of why it don't have to be that way. And it's all down to the fact that we're not putting love in the picture. Because if we did, we would be able to defeat the system. Because, like I said, it's beyond our women. It's not even their control. This feminist movement is not even our women's control. This feminist movement really took place back, back in the 30s when we was having world wars and stuff like that. And what happened is they realized that it's best to really start sending the men off, killing them off, and keeping the women for the system. See, keeping the women for the system, keeping the women to make the system move. And that's what I'm talking about. Once you understand that feminist movement, that's an economic wave. And so once you can get the man out of the household, you can control this economic wave. And once you can get man to believe that man's not even a man, that's the most powerful weapon on the planet, to get man to believe that man's not a man. That's the feminist wave and feminist movement that's going on. And we really have to address it, stop it, and be men. And that's the only way we can defeat this feminist wave, because it's a feminist wave, folks. So like I said, earlier, hope your day's good. My day, I was on a wave. It was like it was somewhat a mini tsunami. And so with the tsunami, I just had to figure it out. I had to sit back, relax, and think about it. And I realized that, oh wow, let me put love, and that'd be my shield through this wave. That'd be my surfboard on this wave, on this roller coaster. So like I say, if we put love, we can defeat this feminist wave, because that's all it is. It's a tidal wave, and we have to really halt it, because it don't need to be that wave. We don't need to keep losing men. And ways that we lose our men is so harmful, because it's a non-stop movement. It's a system to make your man believe that he's no longer a man. He's not no longer needed in the household. Once you can get his mind to focus on that and believe that, you conquered the lands. And that's why this world is so twisted right now, because we have TV, we have videos, we have shows, and everything keeps downgrading and playing man like he's no one, nobody. You don't exist. Whatever, dad. And so we have to realize with that, it's a mind control to get a system to keep going and going and going. Because like I say, as long as you can control the women and keep them part of the system, which is the economic wave, and you can keep pushing the man out and keep pushing the man out, then you conquer the woman in all ways, and then she will do anything for the system, which is turn on the man. And that's what's been happening. Like I said, this has been going on for decades and decades and decades, almost a century. Understand? Almost this system has been going on for almost a century. And we have to stop it, because it's way out of control. When you look at our women acting manly, walking up in broad, I won't say daylight, but in broad daylight at nighttime, spotlight and all, and popping another person in the head and walk away, calmly get in the car. That's cowboy shit. That's not womanly. That's beyond cowboy. You understand? And that's the system. What the system has done is has created this type of wave. And so if you've been riding a wave today, I hope that you can get off your wave. And especially if this wave that you're riding is really not a good rate of wave. My wave today was not cool, but it's how you figure out what's the problem. And like I say, you have to fix your system, which is you, to realize you might be an issue of the system. You might be a problem. You might be a person who believes that you are not a man no more, and that you don't have to call shots, and you don't have to make decisions, and you don't have to lead the family. You don't even have to be part of the family. And that allows the system to keep going. You have to take control. That means you got to take more control of yourself. Don't allow yourself to go to jail. Don't put yourself in these situations to let the system keep winning, because this system is for this feminist movement is so powerful at this point right now. It's like where do men really truly stand in the next 10 years? If man don't decide, if man decides now he's going to still sit back and not be a man. For all our ladies who believe that the feminist movement is the right movement, I ask and beg for you to put love in that feminist movement. Put love there, because what is your real what is your real, like, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the real end result that you're looking for of this feminist movement? To become Amazons, take over the world, lock up all men, have a hospital of men, have hospitals all across the world with men in it, and you just milking their sperms and using their sperms and just getting rid of the men. What's the end result? But I guarantee you, if you put some love up in there, put some love up in that feminist movement, and you learn to love man more, because he's part of life, and some women, some of your feminist ladies might even have some sons, and instead of turning these sons to girls, let him be a man. And I'm talking about a real man. And that's why you have to put love there, because this feminist system is not right at all. Many of us, all of us, have been on waves. I wish we didn't have to ride these waves, but we don't have enough love. And like I told you, love is the only thing that's going to stop these waves. So being angry at one another is not going to do it. What's really going to do it is going to be basically a right solution, a right end result. Otherwise, it's destruction. It's going to be chaos. And that's what we've been going through for the last 80 to 90 years, battling one another, trying to outpower one another, outshine. And I'm talking about man versus woman, and woman versus man. That's what I'm talking about. Because we talk about this system that was created, which is a feminist movement, a feminist system that is trying to destroy. There's a movie that was put out there, and this movie was this is what I want to how I want y'all to really stay focused on what I'm saying, because I want you, it's deep. It's not just me bashing, it's really deep, because I'm talking about a system. You have feminist women who was complaining about that movie Will Smith is in, what, King Williams, and she said that, here you got a movie about the girls, but it's named after the man, the father, and that's just to create a wave of hatefulness to prevent people from going viewing the movie, to seeing the deepness and the beauty of the movie. The sad thing about it is like Venus and Serena was both supportive of the movie. And for her, this white lady, this white woman, should I say, for her to think that she can create a wave in a black movie is insulting itself for anyone who wants to ride that wave. Because if we had more fathers like Serena Williams' father, like Beyonce's father, if we had more men like that, that was in their household, that was part of their kids' lives, that was part of their daughters' lives. Those are two fathers that was part of daughters' lives. Daughters who are on top of the world. See, that's the power and beauty of a father who's on his daughter's ass, who's making them be the best they can be. That's the importance of the male figures. See, I'm gonna tell y'all like one thing. My opinion, my belief is that male figures are the true motivation. Female figures is the inspiration. Like a male athlete would do it for mom. Mom sitting back, and he's buying the house for mom. But the father figure is the one who's out there, part of the training. I need you to really understand that the feminist system has destroyed the planet. And if they don't put love as their answer, the end result, like the next, if we have this, because like I said, you folks ain't thinking about what's happening up in the skies. But if we have another strong 20 years, if we have like a strong 20 years on this planet with no, this all conspiracy talk and life is going on, and we don't focus on making these boys men, you're gonna have a planet of women, gay boys, and straight men trying to fit in and survive. And the straight man who's trying to fit in and survive is going to be the true 100% minority. Now, even when I say trying to survive, now check that out. We talk about straight men now, but now out of the straight men, you're gonna have the straight men that supports everything that's going on. Like fuck it, so they call the betas, and then you're gonna have the true alpha man who's really trying to survive, and that's gonna be scary because everything is going to be trying to turn you out. Commercials, programs, your ads that's coming on your phone every day is going to be trying to turn you out if we don't put the feminist system to a halt by bringing love, becoming real men, and taking more control of that wave. Now, I hope that you will really get what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is just not just my opinion, but I believe it's facts. It's like they try to break the confidence of real strong men, and then they want to break the confidence and make them become beta. And this is not the narrative that we need right now. It's not. It's like when you look online, you have everybody squabbling and bickering and arguing about what nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why we be always bickering and talk about nonsense? It's because we lost the spiritual understanding of life. And because we lost the spiritual understanding of life, that's allowing all systems that's out there to really destroy us to keep moving and conquering. But once we can get more better spiritual understanding, I guarantee you, we realize that love is the answer, is the solution. And we have to manifest that. We have to push that. We have to push that. So as I'm talking to people about a feminist movement, our women who truly believe that the feminist movement is destructive, it's time for you to stand up as well and start speaking the truth and start speaking the facts and start standing up for your sons and for your brothers and for your uncles and for your cousins and for your fathers and for your husbands and your boyfriends, and start speaking the truth strongly, because we can't keep siding with these systems. These systems is destructive. These systems is, like I told you, how you going to be a white woman, you're going to complain about the Serena Williams and Venus Williams movie that's named after their father? Why we can't honor our fathers? Why we gotta let our fathers, especially our black fathers, just disappear? Especially those fathers who did greatness. Tiger Woods' father, he was behind his son. Understand what I'm saying? He was behind his son. It's like we really have to focus on true morals right now, and we have to use moral, like this dude said, a moral compass. We got to use a moral compass and navigate through this. And a moral compass in the middle is going to say love. And so as we navigate this wave, we're going to realize this wave of this feminist movement can be stopped with love. Black man rise, original rebels. Stand up with those real men who's out here, who's truly, truly, truly fighting for the powers to end this wave and all these other waves, and like especially this coon shit. We wilding out. Now I'm gonna jump off this topic and go back to the skies for a second. The way I'm looking, okay, let's just say I'm that crazy dude, Woody Harrelson, in that movie, what, 2012? What was that movie called? I can't remember, but when the world came to like an end type shit, they had to escape. And Woody Harrelson was, one of those people on the radio, always doing his radio broadcasts and shit like that. This is what I'm saying to you right now. They sent a $250 million. They sent $500 million up in the sky. Okay. And they say they are targeting an asteroid that's 365 days away from here. Now, when you go to your phone, you go to your weather, you go to like AccuWeather, shit like that, you can the weather will show you like for the whole month. Like, how those shit gonna show you the weather for the whole month? So NASA has something that can see 365 days from here. See when yo, I'm gonna say again, AccuWeather has satellites in the sky that can see clouds days and days and days and days away. NASA NASA has technology in the skies, in all the way in the skies, in the solar system, that can see what they telling me 365 days from now. So they see 365 days from now in September. Did they say September? Yeah, September. There's going to be 200 some days from now. There's going to be an asteroid that's going to come, and our rocket is going to be able to intercept it. And this is a test now. It's going to be able to do that. and bump it, blow it up, do whatever you got to do, and that's the test to see if it works. And they say that's a test. Now let's just say in that we got 1 year left to get our shit together for the unknown. Let's prepare. This is what I want y'all to understand. This is why I'm saying that this feminist movement has to come to an end. Okay, now watch where I'm going with this. Now, let's come to an end now. Let's focus on the skies. And let's now prepare for that. The war of the space invaders. Because whatever's going to take place in those skies has never, ever, ever been tempted before. So we have no idea what's going to happen. Correct? Correct. Who's to say that this asteroid is really some million miles away, like they say, whatever they say? Who's to say it's not really right here within the atmosphere? And let's just say they really do, bomb, blow it up. And boom, let's just say rocks really start, because you don't make no video games. Oh man, like who has the mindset to make video games where the world is being space and like, you know, asteroids and shit falling out the sky, and you gotta shoot just out the sky, those video games and shit like that. Now we talk about it can really happen in real life because man did it. I'm really saying this to you for real, for real. We got 1 year just of preparation. Let's just prepare for the worst of that shit. Meaning that this whole shit that's going on the ground right now, all this racism, all this hate, all this feminist shit, all this unnecessary lust, if we put that to the side for a hot second and focus on the failures that NASA might do. Remember when that rocket went up in the air and it blew up? And then NASA stood for neither another 7 astronauts, remember? I remember watching that shit live. I was sitting in school. We watched that shit live. That shit was crazy. Okay. So what I'm saying to you, what happens if the worst was to happen? And if we don't prepare for it? And they already gave us a time frame. They said that should take place sometime like September. Let's say September, October, November. I think they said September though. They even had the date for it. So what I'm telling you, if they have technology and that all your money that you know you've been buying those NASA hoodies and those NASA jackets and those NASA shirts and all those cool NASA clothing that they put out there, and hundreds of millions of people just bought that shit, or especially black folks just bought that shit off the rip and was buying that shit for like the last 5 years. You help fund a whole other way more powerful than the nuclear bombs. Those nuclears is not those bites. Remember when, the movie Independence Day, when they tried to do all sorts of shit, and it was like that's what matters. And if they've been collecting it for like the last 30 some years, and they say like a gram of darkness is potent and free, and they bust stuff. Because let's just say we still have over the ground. We have space invaders coming from the sky, space rocks dropping out the sky. They put COVID out there. You know what I'm saying? They put proof in everybody's getting infected with COVID. The plan is women. Do you think you'll be needing men? Yes. And that's why I'm saying it's got to come to an end. We got to start getting focused and start getting prepared. Because I don't believe that everything's just going to keep getting peaches and cream and everybody going to get rich off of crypto money and everybody going to be millionaires and billionaires. I don't really think that the system wants that. The system never wanted that. The system designed itself for itself. And once it gets itself strong enough to destroy, it will destroy to build all over again. Because the system that we are in is not a good system, it's an evil system. We know that. Our legal system is finally showing some justice. That's part of the system. Our judiciary system, you know what I'm saying? Our education system for years has showed hatred towards groups of people. That's part of the system. Your system, your government is controlling this and controlling that feminist movement to keep separation of love. So when it really is ready to launch its ultimate form of destruction, there's so much chaos on the ground that you're not focused on the reality of what's happening. And they put it right in your face. Because that's what the system does. There's nothing really nice about the system. Especially if, okay, I put it to you like this. Watch this. I'm going to change it. The system can be very beautiful if the people, the small people, moved in love. The system, the elites, the top people, watch what I'm trying to get to you, folks. And I'm going to finesse it. I'm going to finesse it. I'm going to bring it to a really good, strong roll. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to roll up for you. The system itself is so beautiful if the people on the bottom really got this. If for like the last 50 years, we have truly been moving with love, especially just now, I'm going to take just a grace and say, just if we as black folks in the last 50 years, after they done popped all these dudes and right in our face, if we truly moved with love for one another, the world would be very much different. Very much different. So different. But we would change the world. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now look what happened with Hurricane Katrina and then Hurricane Sandy and all those other storms that took place in Puerto Rico and the earthquakes all over the place. It's the people and their love for mankind when tragedy happens in 9/11 to give and spread a tremendous amount of real love. Now just imagine we did that every mother effing day for 50 years. If we did that for 50 years, every day, the system would fail. The system would fail. If all we do right now, listen, I'm going to tell you, listen, the system would fail right now. If all we do right now, right now, is spread love, show love, become love. Like I said, this is tough love right here. We have so much anger and animosity and hatred in us that it's making and allowing the system to grow and grow and grow and do whatever it wants. And like I say, it's time for us to get off of these waves and this feminist movement, this feminist wave. If we can eliminate that, I ain't saying not keep big up our women and keep them as queens and really make our women who treat themselves unqueenly and get them into start focus on becoming queens mentally and physically. The system will fail. You still win. You still win. That should be the end results, just winning without destroying. This system wants to win and destroy, win and destroy. That's how this system wins. It's like I said, it's amazing how we can allow this woman to come in and say that, you know, it's wrong for us to really put our black men, especially, as no, fuck that. I put our black men now in the spotlight as being a hero to his children. We always see so many movies, so many shows that white dad is the great dad. White dad is the greatest American hero. But when anytime we want to portray a black man doing right is no good. But let him be a Denzel Washington in Training Day, you get an Oscar. A dirty black cop, you get an Oscar. You be a great dad who made your girls become billionaires. Oh, you get fucking criticized for fucking having your name in their movie. It was their, it was them, it was their success. I tell you this much. I really wish my dad was there. I really wish my dad had the time and energy to really give me that King Don shit that I needed. You know, that King Murray, because that was needed. That was needed. Because trust me, folks, my arm, my hands, my legs, my feet, especially at my youthful years, my prime youthful years, was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I was nice like that. Just didn't have the right guidance, because trust you, I talking on the podcast right now is not what I want to be doing. I want to be a retired athlete. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. With crazy great deeds in communities across the world, and probably fuck around being the president, to be honest. Having not been a millionaire as an athlete, I would have fucking had to take over this goddamn country. Telling you. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks. We have to put our black men out there now. It's time to salute us. We done ridiculed, put down, shitted on, pissed on, bust nuts in the eyes, and what do we get? Nothing but a world of hate. Now it's time for us to show love, clean the act up, clean it up. So important. So important for y'all to really get the words that's really being said. Just I'm gonna tell y'all like this. The movie, I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about. But I'll tell you this much: Will Smith should get an Oscar just off the fact that it's a Serena Venus movie from girls to the end. It's one is going to be good, and then showing their father how real their father really was in a white man's world sport of tennis. It's going to be even more astronomical to see Will Smith put his act on. Put his flair into it. Murder this Mr. Williams character. Show y'all mother effers what it is to be a real father. He about to tear a hole in this shit. He deserve an Oscar. Will haven't had the Oscar in a minute. He deserves an Oscar. If we can get to that. If the rocks don't be falling off the sky by next year. See, folks, stay focused. I'm talking celebrity talk, but it's always about the reality. I didn't become a millionaire. You know why? Because I was told why I didn't become a millionaire as an athlete, why I didn't go. It wasn't told by no human. It was just told to me. I heard. Because it's better this way. Because money fucks you up. Because money puts you around the wrong people. Now, that might sound crazy, but I don't think y'all had money. Okay, wealth, riches. The riches makes you move into different brackets. And if you're not really well, that's the whole thing, man. I would have been president. You know what I'm saying? Because my confidence on that is sick. But I would have been bombarded with a whole lot of fuckery on a different level. Period. And so to protect me, it just couldn't happen. And that sucks because I'm like, damn. Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this. When you get into your spiritual purpose, you be attacked by so much demonic shit. And like I said, I would have been in a different bracket, different world, a different world of demonic shit, around different people with different rules that apply to them because they're riches. Oh no, they would have already known my mentality, already know where I was going with this shit, off it with his head. And I probably wouldn't even seen it coming because the world I would have been in. Now I've been on point because I don't really fuck with people like that. But like I say, money changes a lot of things. Let me get some money now. It's over. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. The world recycles. I'm still good to go. I'm still young. We still got the flow, folks. Let's focus. We can win this battle. Let's put these generals and soldiers really out there. There's a lot of us people that really can make a major change. Y'all just need to really hear it and what the fuck we're saying, and not what these people are saying about us. We gotta get an act together. We got 1 year on this stage before is a curtain call. Now, if this year go by, that's a beautiful thing. That if nothing happens, but to prepare and be on top is even better. So let's prepare. That's what I'm all about, folks. People be like, "Oh, he begging." Nah, I ain't begging. I'm saying let's prepare. Day one, let's prepare. Today I had a bad wave I was on today, and I was really going through a situation. A lot of money has been allocated different ways, and I'm not getting my results. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I have no patience because I'm already going through that Umar shit. And so all that was doing was intensifying my anger for Umar. And so I was just getting more angry and angry. So then my thoughts were just crazy and crazy and crazy. It got to a point where I actually truly had to go to church. I just had to hear the music because music soothes the savage beast, they say. I had to get a certain melody. I couldn't use radio. I couldn't use rage. I couldn't use no other music to resonate the anger I was having throughout my system. And the beautiful thing about it was I said, okay, now before I get up and go now, let me see what this, this reverend pastor, whatever is about. Because I'm in a different city. This is my first time going to church, especially at this in Philly. And so I was like, let me see. No, actually, I went to church with this other person in Philly. I forgot. Yeah, during summer. Yeah, okay, cool. But anyway, and so I was like, let me see what he's about to talk about. And then they put it on the screen, and he said, no jealousy, no envy, and it made me laugh. I said, let me hear him preach, and he did a really good job, especially when he went and talked about Christmas. Oh man, I was the only one clapping up in that bitch. I said, I like you, my nigga. I like you. He ate Christmas up for a hot second. I was like, no doubt. All of our women up in there was quiet. Before they was on their feet, stomping their feet, clapping their hands. When he talked a little bit about Christmas, I mean, it was a curveball too. And he hit up, no. It was beautiful. He executed it well. He did it perfect. He did it great. That's what I liked about it. He did it. He executed that job. He did it. Because he said he was just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. He was just talking about, how you got to put God first, and then because he's talking about God is jealous. He's talking about God is a jealous God. He's jealous. He's talking about he jealous of the things that you love most. You're not loving him more. And then he said, there's coming a time. There's a time right now. We in the time right now where there's a lot of pain and frustration and anger and just within the people. Ooh, it's a baby. Damn, she's doing this shit in the car. And so and he said, and this is the season of Christmas, and everybody, and then he said, and God is a jealous God, and he started going about the shopping. So it was quiet up in that bitch, and I was clapping. I was like, yeah, because that's one reason why I don't go to church, because the celebration of Christmas is too crazy for me. What they talk about and then what they believe is like, what the fuck y'all talking about? So I actually want to talk to this person. I want to see what his mind is about. You know what I'm saying? Because take away what he do as his job. I want to talk to him as a person because I think he's a cool person. And like I say, we have 300 days left of really spreading some love and uniting for the ultimate fight, which is going to be each other. People not going to be. You got to remember back in 1918 when they had the Spanish flu, and all the people was dying because nobody wanted to go help each other. So I mean, you got to understand, folks. They keep talking about the death toll back then. The death toll back then was so astronomical because everyone was so scared and didn't know how to handle it, and no one got saved. People was dying in their homes. And remember, they didn't have ambulance like what we have now. We ain't have hospitals like we really have now. So of course they was dying much faster in the crazy numbers. This time around, it's like, what's going on? But so many people saying some funny business going on with it. So that's what's going on because too much funny business talk, period. And we already know. So that's that. Let's prepare. We know COVID ain't going nowhere for the whole another year. And I'm telling you, they done shot this rocket up in the sky. We never heard them shooting a rocket up into the sky for a mission of hitting an asteroid. That sounds crazy. So COVID, asteroid, pieces of asteroid dropping down as meteors. So we're getting a meteor strike. You see what I'm saying? We're getting all the fragments of the asteroid turned into meteors, and that's what's coming at us. It's a meteor strike. That's dope. Oh shit. That's epic for a movie, a real life movie, right? The survivors of the meteor strike. Damn, who's gonna survive? Or are we still gonna be thinking about power? Just imagine now, like I say, just imagine if we truly, truly, truly continue to really allow certain systems to keep going and some real fucked up shit happens and a lot of people really die and then people just walk running around on some scavenging shit and the most strongest thing on the planet right now is the gay and the feminist people. And if you're not down with their clique, you pretty much starving. That's deep. This whole conversation I just gave you guys, like if we rewind it, whoever is a crazy script writer and everything, that's a great movie. What's happening right now is somebody to really just make a movie out of it right now. It'll be dope. Like to be honest, if I was Spike Lee, I would be on my game right. As once they spoke about it at the very beginning about this fucking meteor, at the beginning, I've been on my writing game already as Spike Lee. And already I would have some people sponsoring this movie. My first crazy sci-fi movie. And it's a real life movie. That's what I do right now for Netflix. Get the crazy little special effects dude to do some computer shit and do it all computer. I do the acting, boom, 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 then do some computer shit with the greatest special effects. Let these motherfuckers know we're not playing. But nah, niggas sitting back cooning. Spike Lee, where you at? What's up, man? This is something real right now. This is something to pop off right now. You on top. No one's ever did some shit like this. They gave you a script. We watched the rocket go up in the air. And it's a test. So like I said, you can play with that shit. You can play with it in two different ways. You can do some you can have Quentin work with you on this shit. You can do it as a success, then you can do it as a disaster. You can play with this shit because they said it's a test. What happens if it goes up then successful, but it's still a test? You can still play with this shit because something's going to come out of this. Something will come out of this. They ain't invest $330 million for nothing. What can really come out of this? One, like I said, that feminist movement got to come to an end. But two, what could come out of it? The rocket hits the asteroid, and the asteroid actually moves quite a bit, enough where they believe, because remember, they don't know, but they believe that it will be able to. But because they don't know, they're not 100%. Matter of fact, it does nudge it, but not 100% for what they need. So now they have to send 2 to 3 rockets up there for the next asteroid to come down. But they already know that this next one's coming, because it comes somewhere like in sequel. So the next one's coming like pretty much like 90 days later. Understand? Because they could play with this. We don't know. Because this is their script. This is their movie they playing right now. It's a real life movie we watching right before our eyes. This is called a true story. We about to be part of a true story. The world is about to be, because COVID is a true story. They sent $330 million into the sky. That's a true story. What's going to come from this shit? Because, like I say, my mother used to do gardening. We had a nice big ass yard, and we had a garden. We had 2 big gardens. Our women don't do gardening. Their nails are too long. If we can get our women to really just focus on gardening, like I'm out in Philly, and there's a whole lot of little. This is for real, for this is what I would really do. This is what we should do as a takeover. This should be one of the project picker submissions, just to take over this land that's all out here vacant. Just take it over until someone fucking tell us to move, but we're gonna plant gardens there. Okay. All right. This the rebellion. Okay. This the rebel. This the I'm putting out a message to all the rebels. Take over all land. I ain't even gonna lie. This is part of the project, though. I'll show you the flyer one day, because I was doing it in Queens with this one house, but they asked someone finally moved in. I didn't get a chance to really do 100% what I want to do, but I was doing what I was doing. But take over the property. And I ain't talking about like houses. I'm talking about vacant land. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see about like 10 vacant lots that a house would go in, but I guarantee you no house would go there because there's no signs there. So if we was to take over the land and straight up put a garden there, that's one way that we can start saving ourselves. We have to take control of the lands that we have use of. The grounds that we have access to, we have to take it over and start growing our own vegetables ASAP. So if we talk about all the squatters and things like that, all the people who be taking over houses and shit like that, soldier up. Let's take over this land. Let's do some farming right here ASAP. Let's start preparing. And if we can get a buzz from what we're doing with this, now everybody we can wake more people up. All we doing is we farming for the worst. They shot up we got to start farming. We got to start growing our own vegetables. Why? Because they done shot a rocket up in the sky to an asteroid. Who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen, and we gotta be cautious. Understand? We can't be naive, and that make news, and that word get out, and then more people understand what's happening. We got to get on point. That's how we gonna get the word out. But instead of cutting off the nails, our women are gonna go to the Chinese ladies and get the nails done all year. Cut your nails. No more nails for this whole year. No more tips for this year. Let's start digging in the earth. That's what Project Pick Us Up is about. Trust me, folks. Support the real. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yo, I'm telling you, folks. And yo, I'm like, oh, okay. Matter of fact, there was this lady. She was running for city councilman, right? And I was part of her team. And she put me on an ill crazy mission too. But I was part of her team, right? And so, I'm sitting at the table and I get, matter of fact, I think this time we was driving around and I gave him a suggestion, something that you should campaign on. And she was like, what? I said, all the vacant land, we need to take it over and do gardens. She said she loved it. Okay. So I said this, and this was 2013. Any 90% of the things I say is just me remembering thoughts I already manifested, just not working because I'm fighting the spiritual battle. I came online, I had to fight a spiritual battle just to get my point across that, yo, I was robbed and I'm not happy. And, I need a little support. I need support. Like, who can help me navigate? Because the nigga said to me, find a way to get your money. And so I'm finding a way to get my money. And I'm coming to the people that he knows that supports him. And I'm like, yo, could y'all help me get my money? And I got crucified. But because I'm a strong man, it's okay. Because I'm still here a whole year later saying, yo, oh yeah, a real whole year later. Wow. Oh shit, yeah. Anniversary. Yep. Wow. Yep. 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 Happy anniversary. Whole year. Okay. Well, nah, I still wasn't on. Was I? Nah, I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. I ain't coming to YouTube yet. But it's a whole year anniversary of me not being at the school now. I was like, definitely officially this week. I was at the house. Okay. So yeah. But me being strong, you know what I'm saying? We can take all all the rock stone and all that shit. I just don't like being spit in my face. You understand what I'm saying? And so when people try to spit in my face, I don't tolerate that. And that's what y'all gotta understand. And so many people do that. We do that because of so much hate. And that's what I say it's important for us to put love. And with this feminist movement, it needs love. Because we have to have love to really be able to do what we have to do. Let's take over this land. Let's prepare for these falling rocks out the sky. And then, I'm not making it up, yo. I mean, come on now. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Rocket goes into the sky. We've seen many movies. Rocket goes into the sky. First time ever to hit something that they say. So the first time ever that we know that something, okay, well, once again, the first time that we know. That's even more scary what I just said. Now I'm gonna become a conspiracy person now. I'm gonna take that now and become a little more conspiracy with it. Because I'm gonna take the facts. There's a rocket that went into the sky that hit the asteroid that's coming this next year. That's the facts. They said that. But my conspiracy is this: they've been launched motherfucking rockets in the sky, and they've been hitting asteroids. They've been doing that. That's why stuff been falling out the sky because they've been doing it. They've been testing. And what's probably fucking scary is that they probably was testing with less amount of money at the time. This is probably the most money they spending on it. And because they know that this is they know that this is the asteroid they need. It's like, saying no different than the World Trade Center. You just remember they tested the World Trade Center when they put the bomb underneath it. See, damn, folks, get your minds right. The first time in 1994 when they put the bomb underneath the World Trade Center, boom, they thought that was gonna be enough to take it down. It wasn't enough. It didn't do shit. It had an impact, but it didn't do shit. So then they came back again and hit it with the planes as they blew it up. Okay, it was blown up from the bottom, boom, 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 and hit from top. That's why everything just fell. So the bomb underneath was a test to see if it was enough. It wasn't. So they said, "Oh, we got hit from the high." And so that's why on the new $20 bills, because they already knew they was going to do it, when you fold it, flip, and make it to a plane, it looks like a fucking plane in the World Trade Center on fire. Come on, folks! And when it hit, it was contact. They all flew their little paper $20 bill airplanes at the boardroom round table and smoked their cigars. It's a great success. Get your minds right. So, like I say, they've been testing the skies. They've been sending rockets up there. This ain't the first time they doing it. This ain't the first time they attempted to hit a asteroid. This is the first time they telling us that they're going to do it, because they warning you to get your shit together, because it's about to be devastation on this fucking earth. Is there anybody who would like to comment? Anybody who would like to come in? Otherwise, we're gonna sign off, because what I just dropped, like I say, I mean, I was listening to my last one just now before I got on, and I was like, damn, Don. It's like, damn, boy. And so maybe later on tonight I'll listen to this one and really draw up a plan for it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this feminist movement has got to come to an end. That wave is done. Y'all took your stand in that street with Trump. Y'all stumped the yard. And as that whole wave went down, now it's time for you to get the love involved. Meaning that you need your men to be involved with you. You need to involve yourself with man now. And not in the way that he's really just supporting the feminist movement, but he's supportive of women. Man would be supportive of women, you get off that feminist movement. And you show more love and be supportive. That's what part of love, yo. And once we could do that, then there'd be more love and less lust. And we can start building fast, because this is something that we got to do fast. It's like Noah's Ark right now, folks. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if it don't happen, but we do prepare, we are on top. It's a win-win. But there's a fact that they said they sent a rocket into the sky. So if there's nobody who's want to talk about, things that can happen if you send a rocket into the sky to hit an asteroid, what can happen? If there's nobody that want to talk about that, I want to talk about that. And if there's nobody who want to talk about that this feminist movement has got to come to an end, I want to talk about that. Because it's a system that's been designed not by the women, it was designed by elites for control. I was looking at this. It was funny because I'm just scrolling through YouTube, and I seen something come up on my thing. I seen something go through my little YouTube guide, and it was a live. I'm like, what the hell is this live? Because I knew it was this white lady, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I've never seen this person come on my live before, on my screen before. I said, but let me check it. And so when I went to it, she had like 173 people in it, and she was talking about guinea pigs. That's what she was talking about, because that's what we're talking about. I seen the title was talking about guinea pigs, because I was looking at animal shit, and then it was talking about guinea pigs, and that came up live. And I said, let me go see what she talked about with these guinea pigs live. And it was just so amazing to see 173 people in there. And I'm going scrolling through the chat, and all the people talk about how they got guinea pigs, and their guinea pig do this. And I'm like laughing. I'm like, get 173 people here really chopping up about guinea pigs. I wish I could have 173 people in my live as I kick about this shit. My goal is to get 500 people in my live real soon for 2022. My lives will have 20 for 20. My lives for 2022 will have 500 people in it. That's the goal, because I gotta talk this talk. This talk right here has to be done. I'm staying focused on this rocket for the whole year. And Umar, time to pay up. Thanks for y'all listening ear. Thanks for your listening ear, your support. If there's anybody who'd like to support the cause, um, right now I'm still getting calendars. I need as many calendars as possible, and I gotta get more buttons now because I done ran out of. I ain't run out of I just don't feel like making them up the way I make them up. I want to just make them up fresh. So I need new buttons. All right, folks. So if there's anybody who can support the cause, I'm gonna put this up there. And if anybody would like to come in and talk about anything I was talking about, if you want to talk about something else, maybe, but anything I was just now talking about, I was dropping some conversation. I think it was good conversation. I'm gonna go back and listen to it myself and then talk to myself as I'm talking and see if I say the same thing as I'm talking. That means I believe it. Because I like when I be saying things, like I'm listening, then I say something before I say it, then I say it, like, oh yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's word. You know what I'm saying? So that's deep conversation I'm about to have with myself, the beauty of this YouTube shit. And it's no different than having a tape recorder. It's just that you guys will hear my taping. My father used to have a tape recorder. Real talk. Yeah, my father, he used to sing in the tape recorder, he used to talk in it. He had a lot of tapes. He used to drop a lot of Jews in, but I never really heard a lot of his talk. I gotta get that from my mom's. I pray they still got it. I pray we still have it. I want to hear those tapes right now. But the words from my father at the time, yo, that would be very, very strong. Oh my Lord. How many people parents had tape recorders, you got old and you heard messages that they had on their tape recorder back in the days, yo? Tape recorder. Like I say, this is like a tape recorder. So I'm gonna go back and have a deep conversation with myself, listen to it. And like I said, we gotta make a movement out of this right here. This is a real life movie, so we gotta make this a movie. This is a movie. Like they be talking about, yo, the parties is a movie out there, yo. It's a movie. Cooning ass motherfuckers. That's what I'm talking about, cooning. They can always recreate movies for parties, create movies for all forms of entertainment. This is a real life movie that we need to stay focused and prepare. This ain't no situation right now that we need to really just say, well, the government got it, NASA got it, we good. Especially if you don't believe in something more powerful than you. This is a time that we need to prepare for contaminated water, lack of water, which is contaminated water, lack of food supplies. Well, thank you for your listening ear. Thank you for your support. Have a beautiful day.